Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of English Podcast. In our podcast, we dive deep into topics that matter most in our lives. I'm your host, Mistress Alpha, and today we're tackling a subject that can be both challenging and transformative, handling family conflicts. Family is one of the most significant influences in our lives, but even the closest families experience disagreements. The key is how we manage those conflicts to build stronger, healthier relationships. In this episode, we're going to explore why conflicts arise, different types of family conflicts, and strategies to navigate them effectively. So, grab your cup of tea, find a comfortable spot, and let's begin. Part 1. Understanding the roots of family conflicts. Let's start by understanding why conflicts happen within families. Families are made up of individuals with different personalities, beliefs, and ways of thinking. This diversity is what makes family life rich and dynamic, but it can also be a source of tension. One of the most common reasons for family conflict is miscommunication. Sometimes what we say is not what the other person hears. For example, a parent may advise their child to study harder, intending to encourage them. However, the child may perceive it as criticism, thinking they're not good enough. This gap between intention and perception can lead to misunderstandings. Another common cause is unmet expectations. Parents often have expectations of their children, such as getting good grades or following a certain career path. When these expectations are not met, it can create friction. Similarly, children may expect their parents to be more understanding or supportive, and when that doesn't happen, conflicts arise. Moreover, conflicts can stem from different life stages and needs. For instance, teenagers often seek independence, which can clash with their parents' need to protect them. Similarly, adult siblings may have disagreements over how to care for aging parents. Understanding the root of these conflicts is the first step in addressing them. Part 2. Types of family conflicts. Now that we've explored why conflicts happen, let's look at some specific types of family conflicts. First, we have parent-child conflicts. These are often related to issues of control and autonomy. For example, parents may want their child to focus on academics, while the child may want more freedom to explore hobbies or spend time with friends. Then, there are sibling rivalries. This can occur when siblings feel they are being treated unfairly. Maybe one sibling thinks that their brother or sister is getting more attention or more freedom. These rivalries can continue into adulthood, especially if there are unresolved issues from childhood. Another type of conflict is marital disagreements. This involves conflicts between partners over financial issues, parenting styles, or even household responsibilities. For example, one partner may feel they are doing most of the housework, leading to resentment. Lastly, there are intergenerational conflicts. This often happens between grandparents, parents, and children. For example, grandparents may have traditional views on discipline, while parents prefer a more modern, gentle approach. Part 3. The impact of family conflicts on mental health. Conflicts, when not managed properly, can have a profound impact on our mental health. Persistent family conflicts can lead to feelings of anxiety, stress, and even depression. For example, children who grow up in a home where parents are constantly fighting may experience insecurity and fear, affecting their emotional development. Similarly, unresolved conflicts can lead to a breakdown in communication. Family members may start to avoid each other, leading to a loss of connection and intimacy. This can be particularly harmful in parent-child relationships, where open communication is crucial for the child's development. It's also worth noting that family conflicts can affect physical health. Studies have shown that people who experience high levels of stress from family conflicts are more likely to suffer from issues like high blood pressure and weakened immune systems. This is why it's so important to address conflicts in a healthy way. Part 4. Effective strategies for resolving family conflicts. Let's move on to the most important part of today's discussion: how to handle family conflicts effectively. One powerful tool is active listening. Often, when we're in a heated argument, we're more focused on what we want to say rather than truly listening to the other person. Active listening means giving the speaker your full attention, avoiding interruptions, and reflecting back what you heard to ensure understanding. For example, if your sibling says, "I feel like you never listen to me," you can respond with, "It sounds like you feel ignored when I'm busy." Is that right? Another key strategy is to use I statements instead of you statements. For instance, instead of saying, "You never help around the house," try saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I have to do all the chores by myself." This shifts the focus from blaming the other person to expressing your own feelings. Setting boundaries is also crucial. For example, if you have a family member who constantly criticizes you, it's okay to set limits by saying, "I appreciate your concern, but I would prefer if we don't discuss this topic." Another effective approach is conflict resolution through compromise. This involves finding a middle ground where both parties can agree. For instance, if a parent wants their teenager to study, but the teenager wants to go out with friends, they can agree on a solution where the teenager studies for an hour before going out. Therapy and counseling can also be a valuable resource. Sometimes it's helpful to have a neutral third party, like a family therapist, to mediate conflicts. Therapists can provide strategies for communication and help family members understand each other's perspectives better. Part 5. Real-life examples and case studies. Let's explore a few real-life examples to understand how these strategies work in action. Case 1. A mother and her teenage daughter were constantly arguing over screen time. The daughter felt that her mother was being too strict, while the mother was worried about her daughter's grades. After attending family therapy, they learned to set a schedule where the daughter could use her phone after finishing her homework. This compromise helped reduce tension and improved their relationship. Case 2. Two brothers were in conflict over their family business. They had different ideas on how to run the company. After several heated arguments, they decided to hire a mediator who helped them create a business plan that included both of their visions. This not only saved their business, but also their bond as brothers. In conclusion, as we wrap up today's episode, remember that conflicts are a normal part of family life. The key is not to avoid conflicts, but to learn how to manage them in a healthy way. Using strategies like active listening, setting boundaries, and seeking compromise can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. Join us next time as we explore more topics to help you navigate your English listening skill to the best level possible. I hope this episode gave you some valuable insights into handling family conflicts. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, feel free to leave a comment. Until next time, take care, stay positive, and remember that every challenge can be an opportunity for growth. Goodbye.